Compound path in Adobe Illustrator is a way to create complex shapes that has holes inside it like donut shape or other hollow type shapes. In this example, I have this dark green rectangle, and on top of it I have several light green circles. Now select all of them and go to Object menu, Compound Path, Make. Another faster way to do this is right-click and choose this Make Compound Path command. You can also use Ctrl 8 for the shortcut. As we can see, now the shape become hollow or has holes inside it, which was the circle shapes we have before. Please take note that these are not white colored shapes on top of green shape, but an actual holes. If I drag this on top of this blue shape, we can see the blue shape through these circular holes. After we have a compound shape, what if we want to modify it further? We can do this in several ways, but the best way to do this, in my opinion, is to isolate the object. And as we discussed before, to isolate object, we can simply double-click on it. We can see up here we are now inside a compound path which is inside layer 1. In this mode now, we cannot select other objects outside this compound shape. We can select these circles now by clicking on the edge of it, and we can rotate like we normally would. Now watch closely when I move this circle outside the rectangle perimeter. We have solid area again. And if we copy the circle to be inside this big circle, like this, we will have solid area again. So by understanding this behavior, we can create some unique artworks that consist of hollow and solid spaces. If we are finished, we can exit the isolation mode by double-clicking on an empty area like this, and now we are back in a normal editing mode as before. If we need to break the compound path and make the shapes become independent shapes again, we can do this by selecting the compound path first and right-click and choose Release Compound Path command down here. We can do this from the Object menu, but I think this is much faster way of doing it. As we can see, now they are back to ordinary rectangle and circle shapes as before. In some rare cases, when you create compound path, the inner shapes refuse to create holes. If this ever happened to you, you can select the compound path and go to Attribute panel and change this non-zero winding fill rule to use even odd fill rule, and that should fix the issue.